Welcome back! Today I want to show you my Team Rocket's Pokemon deck, more likely going to be a Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX deck, because this is just a very powerful Pokemon. It's a basic Pokemon with 280 HP. It has a powerful attack, Deletion Sphere for 2 Psychic and a Colorless Energy. This does 160 damage. You may discard up to 2 energy from your benched Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage for each card discarded this way, so this card can potentially do 280 damage. Yeah, I think it's pretty powerful. The only downside about this card is its balancing ability, Power Saver. This Pokemon can't attack unless you have 4 or more Rocket's Pokemon in play. So, but keep in mind guys, this is just a first draft of the deck profile. More changes will be made alongside if we test the deck, and there will be a gameplay video coming up next week. So, for this build, we are going to play 3 Rocket's Mewtwo EX, and we are definitely going to team it up with this Rocket's Tarantula and the Rocket's Spidops with its Charge Up ability. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So this is a very great way to get those energies on your benched Pokemon, and of course it's a Rocket name for your Mewtwo to be able to attack. Then I decided to add a Rocket's Meowth and a Rocket's Persian to the deck, also for its Rocket name, and this Persian isn't that bad for a single attachment, of course, with the Rocket energy. This Persian can attack with its Arrogant Order. Your opponent reveals the top 10 cards of the deck. You may choose an attack from a Pokemon you find there and use it as this attack. Your opponent shuffles the revealed cards back into the deck. I just think it's another cool card, and there is also some potential in that card, but we'll figure out that later, probably. And I decided to add 1 Rocket's Wobbuffet to the team as well, because like I said earlier, your Rocket's Mewtwo is pretty bulky, 280 for a basic. Phew! Attach a Bravery Charm to it and your Rocket's Mewtwo has 330 HP, which is equal to a Charizard EX. So your Mewtwo can probably pack some punches. So, and if your Mewtwo happens to become critically injured but didn't get KO'd, you can then just switch into the Wobbuffet with its Rocket Mirror attack for 2 energies, a Psychic and a Colorless. Move all damage counters from one of your benched Team Rocket's Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. This will actually just heal off the damage from a Mewtwo and just place it over to your opponent's Pokemon. And then for the non-Rocket's Pokemon and for the draw power, I decided to try the Worms, the Dunsparce draw power, because no, I'm not gonna play Rocket Porygon because I don't like it. That's a card that lets you discard 2 cards in your hand and draw 1, and it's a stage 2 Pokemon? No, way too underwhelming. So I decided to go for other kinds of draw power, with this the Dunsparce Runaway Draw, to draw 3 cards and then this goes back into the deck, so you remove it from field, because, for example, like the Team Rocket's Ariana lets you draw more cards when you only have Rocket's Pokemon in play. So with the Dunsparce Runaway Draw, you actually get this Pokemon off your field, so it's gone. This is what I am trying for the moment right now. That can all still change in the future because it's still early, but I already wanted to start testing with this deck because yeah, I think it has some cool mechanics, some cool cards to utilize. And then for the last Pokemon, I added a Lily's Clefairy EX because your Rocket's Mewtwo EX is a Psychic Pokemon, so it's an easy KO on your opponent's Dragon Pokemon. So, and then for the supporters, like I already said, I played Team Rocket's Ariana 4 times because this is one of your main draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. If all of your Pokemon in play are Rocket's Pokemon, draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. And now we have to make room for, of course, the big boss, Team Rocket's Giovanni. Switch your active Rockets Pokemon with one of your benched Rockets Pokemon. If you do, then switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon. So, guess who's back? Yes, Guzma, but he decided to join Team Rocket this time. Also a very, very useful supporter to gust up something and then switch your Pokemon out of that active spot. And then there is this Team Rocket's Archer. You can play this card only if your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck, then you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 3 cards. So this is almost an unfair stamp. Still, this isn't a bad card to put your opponent in a rougher situation whenever one of your Rocket's Pokemon got knocked out, so they are less likely going to do some shenanigans next turn. And then for non-Team Rocket's supporters, I decided to go with 2 Professor's Research because this discards your hand, so you can get some energies in your discard pile to charge up with your Spidops, and just draw a clean 7 cards is always useful sometimes. When your hand is just too terrible, you can just kind of get a reset and just toss it away and get 7 fresh cards. You never know when this comes handy. Alright, items, because we do play a few baby Pokemon and you do want to get them out of your deck in order to let your Mewtwo attack. We play 4 Buddy Puffins, and of course it's always useful to get some Dunsparces back onto your bench. There are 3 Ultra Balls to search your other Pokemon and 3 Nest Balls to especially go grab your Mewtwo EX and other stuff when you need it. And then there is this broken card. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's not broken, but it's a very good card. Team Rocket's Receiver. Search your deck for a supporter card with Rocket in its name, reveal it and put it into your hand. Remember Random Receiver? That was just reveal cards until you get 1 supporter. Well, Team Rocket's Receiver just lets you search any Team Rocket card. Maybe one of your Rocket's Pokemon got KO'd previous turn, you got a Team Rocket's Receiver, you can just search for Archer, or you just need that Gust option, you can just search for Giovanni, or you just draw cards, you can just search for Ayayana, you can just search the card you need, which is, in my opinion, very powerful, but still we're still only playing 3. Because yeah, having too many receivers in the deck can be kind of clunky, in my opinion, because you can only still play 1 supporter for the time being. And then there are 2 energy switch in the deck because of this Spidops charge up ability, which is great. You can just attach a basic energy from a discard pile to it, and then with this energy switch you can just charge up a Mewtwo in 1 turn. Of course, with the attachment of this Team Rocket's energy, and then you can just switch over one of your energies from the Spidops and your Mewtwo is ready to go. Then for recycling, there is a Super Rot in the deck. Then sometimes you just want to switch because your Mewtwo has 3 retreat, which is pretty much. So there is a switch, and then we talked about it earlier, there is a bunch of Bravery Charms. I mean, there are 2 Bravery Charms in the deck to make your Mewtwo even bulkier. When 280 HP is not enough, just make it bulkier for a 330 in total. And then sometimes hitting for 280 is also not enough, so we'll boost the damage with 50 for 330. And then last but maybe not least, there are 2 Artisan in the deck to get more Pokemon down. It's very critical to have enough Pokemon, to have enough Rocket Pokemon on your bench, or your Mewtwo can't attack, so therefore more Pokemon search. And then for the energies, probably one of the best things we have in this deck is the Team Rocket's energy. This card can only be attached to a Rocket Pokemon. If this card is attached to anything other than a Rocket's Pokemon, discard it. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 2 in any combination of Psychic Energy and Darkness Energy. So this is a double energy, Darkness and Psychic for Rocket Pokemon. So yeah, you just attach. And your Mewtwo is more than halfway to go. Or you can just attach to the Persian and your Persian can start using its arrogant order. So I really think this is a great addition to the deck. And then other energies, there are 3 grass energies because Spidops might actually be your secondary attacker alongside Persian, with its Rocket Rush for a grass energy and a colorless energy. This attack does 30 damage for each of your Team Rocket's Pokemon in play, so it can get rid of Pokemons that cannot be hit by EXs like Mimikyu. And then the last 2 energies are psychic energies. Alright, well, that was it for this video. Let us know what you think about the Rocket's Pokemon. So yeah, stay tuned for the gameplay next week. And thank you all for watching. Take care and see you all in the next one. Bye bye.